The Jathika Hello Ramesh says that an economy based on vice and vulgarity has been created.
Well, JHU seniors leveled this allegation at an event held in Maharagama yesterday.
A memorial event to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the passing of Venerable Gangodivila Somathera was held at the Isipatana Ramya in Navina yesterday. The memorial event was organized by the Jathika Hela Urumaya. Prior to the commencement of the memorial event, the participants staged a protest march against vice from the Maharagama town to the Isipatana Ramya in Navina. This is an economy based on vice and vulgarity. It has come to a state where corruption, thievery and vice have become government policy. Recently we saw how containers of heroin and poisonous alcohol were brought to Sri Lanka. Who has signed the letter of release for these containers? The Secretary to the Prime Minister. The Secretary to the Honorable Prime Minister has addressed a letter asking that the container of heroin be released from all taxes. All taxes. By the gods, this government even imposes a tax when a brass casket is brought to the country. When saffron robes are imported, that too is taxed. But there are no taxes for the container of heroin. If he is committing such vices and illegal actions violating orders, then why is this secretary not being punished? Why isn't he sacked? The thieves who import heroin have been caught red-handed before the nation. They have been stripped for all to see.
Democratic Party leader, former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca says that the white van culture has caused the disappearance of not only humans but canines as well.
He made this statement at a rally held yesterday.
This rally was held in Atrugiriya yesterday under the auspices of Democratic Party leader Sarath Fonseca. Our party, the Democratic Party, will not align with any organization or party because we have a leader with a spine. He does not need our hands to strengthen his own. He is the leader who won the war in this country. Tomorrow he will give leadership to you and us, and as he said back then that he would end the war in 3 years, we say to you now that by 2015 we will chase away this anti-populist government and bring forth a democratic government. Through this budget, they reduce the price of dog food. Dog food is duty-free and you can buy as much as you want. Now the people are probing into what these dogs eat. The people are trying to at least eat the dog food if they can procure it for cheap. As the MP said before, they had dog weddings, and now even though they reduced the tax on dog food, we saw how during the Foreigners' Party, which was the Commonwealth Summit, they caught all the innocent dogs in the country. Today it is not only humans that disappear in this country, dogs are also being abducted in white vans. The dogs have now disappeared. The owners are looking for the dogs.
On to news from the Parliament this evening. UNP MP Sajid Premadas questioned in Parliament today as to whether the set of equipment will be provided for self-employed as promised in the Mahinda Chintane Vision for the Future manifesto.
Have free sets of equipment been provided to the self-employed as promised in the Mahinda Chintane?
Honourable Speaker, it is impossible to provide for everyone at once.
He is not answering the question I asked. When will the 2.8 million self-employed receive the free sets of equipment?
It does not say that all 2.8 million will be provided the equipment at once. Measures have been taken to provide the equipment to them gradually over the next few years.
There was a major incident on Bodhiraja Mawat in Petta. Since the Minister of Economic Development speaks so much of relief for the self-employed, what relief has been provided for the self-employed at these 104 shops?
Once the report of the Colombo Municipal Council is received, our ministry will have the ability to provide relief for them in a manner that meets their requirements.
The expenditure heads of the Ministry of Foreign Employment, Promotion and Welfare were taken up for debate in Parliament today.
UNP parliamentarian Ranjan Ramanayak and UPFA parliamentarian Upeka Swarnamali engaged in a heated exchange during the debate held today.
මෙන්න අපි ජෝගියක් පටන් ගත්තා රටවිරු රියල් ස්ටාර්. දැන් මගේ මිතුරු
Now they have started a new thing called Rataviru Real Star. The champion is my friend Upeksha Suwarnamali. She danced with me yesterday too. I have to tell the true story. Upeksha Suwarnamali apparently did it for free. Please tell me that Upeksha Suwarnamali and Malini Fonseca were not paid even 5 cents, and I will not ask any more questions. The bureau does not need to pay them because when they go abroad for the show, they have sponsors.
ඊයේ එතුමා මාව නටවන්න හැදුවා. නමුත් මම නැටුවේ නැහැ. මගේ ආගම දහම අනුව මම රංජන් රාමනායකව දකින්නේ බැටළු හමක් පොරවගත්ත නරියෙක් හැටියට. ඩිරා පෙරේරා එමුතුමාට මම මේ මොහොතේදී පස්සේ
What is the point about Honorable Ranjan Ramanayaka?
She mentioned my name.
You also mentioned no, her name.
No, she said Ranjan Raman.
Right, that is not a problem. This is
You are biased.
no, I am not biased.
You are biased.
අනික
No, don't.
අනික ඒ වැටුප් කියන ඒ වැටුප් ගැන සඳහන් කරපු හැම දෙයක්ම අමූලික බොරුවක්. අපිට ඇත්තටම අනුග්‍රහක බවතුන් ඉන්නවා. ඒ වටිනාකම අපිට ලබා දෙනවා. හැබැයි අමාත්‍යාංශය සහ නියුක්ති කාර්යාංශයට කිසිම බරක් ඒකේ නැහැ.
Transparency International Sri Lanka has recognized the invaluable service of Newsfirst very own Action TV manager Thusta Pittigala towards eliminating corruption in Sri Lanka. The award was presented at an event held in Colombo this evening. Newsfirst Action TV manager Thusta Pittigala has won many accolades for his reporting over the past few years.
We also had the government.
The Central Cultural Fund says that archaeological excavations in Urugoda Ambanpola have revealed that people from a water-based civilization lived in the area.
Now, Chief Research Officer Rasika Bandara says that excavations at an ancient cemetery have unveiled a civilization dating back over 30,000 years.
The Chief Research Officer of the Central Cultural Fund, Rasika Bandara, says that artifacts discovered in the dig belong to the 3rd, 4th and 5th centuries AD. The findings have shed a light on the inception and the extinction of a civilization that shared similar characteristics to modern human civilization. The findings have shed a light on the inception and the extinction of a civilization that shared similar characteristics to human civilization. Archaeologists have drawn conclusions that it was possible that a traditional and underdeveloped group may have once resided here. A large amount of pearls, which are believed to be from gold chains, and 10 statues, which are believed to be made out of clay, gold biscuits and bricks used for beautification belonging to the Anuradhapura and Polonnaru era, were discovered during the excavation. Stone tablets discovered in the area provide information that civilization here may have existed during the 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th centuries Anno Domini. The Central Cultural Fund says that engravings were identified on a room which was made to house sacred statues, a wall, other structures and a stone pillar. We were able to uncover evidence that proves the existence of ancient civilizations. In excavations in Anakadawe, Ibbankaduwa, Pomparipuwe and Kondadenia, we also found such evidence at the ancient cemetery in Gurugoda. It is a very important find because it proves the existence of a water-based civilization in the area.
Chief Justice Mohan Peiris notes that laws and UN resolutions alone are inadequate to curb corruption.
He made this comment while speaking as a chief guest at an event organized in lieu of the World Anti-Corruption Day.
The event organized by the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery and corruption was held in lieu of World Anti-Corruption Day, which is marked today. The event saw the participation of Attorney General Palita Fernando among other dignitaries.
Bribery and corruption are features that every government in history has had to take note of that and treat with serious concern. Corruption cannot be blamed on unethical government officials alone. After all, someone has to pay the money. Compared to other offences, both victim and the offender enjoy some benefit. Hence, the actual victims are the poor people in the society continuously suffer in the system.
We have to address the source of the problem. We address the terminal end of the problem, and that is to take people to court and have them prosecuted. Nothing is going to change unless we push the authorities to better living conditions so that we can dispense of our professional duties and the public duties in the manner the public dream of. It is only then, I say, that we can perhaps move towards or even dream of a society free of corruption. Let's not fool ourselves to think that just because we put a nice little law in place or there's a UN convention on corruption, that tomorrow corruption is going to stop. It won't stop because we continue to feed it. We continue to nourish it. That is the problem as I see it, my dear friends.
We shift our attention to South Africa now, where the nation is gearing up for Nelson Mandela's memorial service and funeral, both expected to have among the largest gathering of mourners the world has ever seen.
More than 70 world leaders, from US President Barack Obama to Iran's Hassan Rouhani, are flying to South Africa for commemorative events this week, an unprecedented gathering that will hail one of humanity's greatest peacemakers. Cuban leader Raul Castro, Zimbabwe's Robert Mugabe and Britain's David Cameron will also join what is said to be one of the biggest meetings of global dignitaries in recent history at Johannesburg's Soccer City Stadium tomorrow. The 95,000-seat stadium in Soweto, the township that was at the heart of the anti-apartheid struggle, will host the main memorial ceremony for Mandela, who died on Thursday aged 95. After the event, Mandela's remains will lie in state for 3 days at the Union Buildings in Pretoria, where he was sworn in as president in 1994. He will then be buried in Kuno, his ancestral home in the Eastern Cape province.
I have fought very firmly against white domination.